What's up, cool kids? FD White back with another episode. Bitcoin sitting at 93,161. We thought it was over. Well, we didn't think it was over, man. We didn't think we were going to jump back this quick. Shout out to Trump for making that announcement today, because we did make a video a couple days ago talking about one thing that could save us, one catalyst that could save us, and it happened. It really happened. Today, Trump announced that there will be a crypto strategic reserve with Bitcoin, Ethereum, ADA, XRP, and Solana. So shout out to everybody who's been watching my videos. We talked about this on another video talking about the American made coins are the ones to start to look at very closely. We didn't say buy. We didn't say we didn't give you financial advice to start buying, but I told you what I was doing. I put it on X. I talked about it in my videos. I said I'm going to start getting into these American made coins, or getting more allocation into these American made coins. And that's what we were doing over the past few days, just nibbling. We weren't going all in. We thought we had a little bit more time, which we may still have a little bit more time, which is what we're going to talk about in a second. But this is what we started to do because we followed the money. Since 2023, when Larry Fink started talking about those Bitcoin ETFs, and before all these ETFs and stuff start happening, we changed our mentality and we said, okay, we're going to start to follow the big players. We're going to start to follow the big money. These are the easiest plays, the easiest risk to reward plays. Of course, we're going to go down the risk curve a little bit, but we really want to get into these higher risk, mid risk, mid reward coins. And I think, these American made coins were some of the ones that we can get in. The top ones were some of the ones that we should have been accumulating a lot more. But, it is what it is, man. I think we'll still have a little bit more time, depending on what happens with Bitcoin. So let's without further ado, let's jump into Bitcoin and see what I'm talking about. Right now, Bitcoin is sitting at 92,905. We did get up to a high of about 97. We got up to 97. That's a lot. I don't think we got up to 97. We may have got up to 97, but we did. Okay, so this is on the daily. We got up to, there we go. We got up to 94,598. That's the high for today. That's what we were looking at for Bitcoin. So what I'm looking at for Bitcoin is, I do not want to let's make this a little bit bigger. I don't want this to be just a lower high. So we did come all the way down to about 77.9, 78K, but so we can just call this a deviation. So we have our bottom side of our range coming in at about 92.5. We have the top side of our range coming in at about 106. So we have you see the yellow line here, the yellow line here. This is the range that we've been in for quite some time, with a couple deviations above at 108 and 109. But we formed that massive M pattern, broke down. But like I said, we can just call this a deviation now, because we actually came back into it and didn't close a weekly. So what I'm looking at right now, from my point of view, is I'm looking at breaking out of this downward sloping trend line. We have this white downward sloping trend line. We want to get on top of that. That's what we want to get on top of. But we really want to get back above this 100K. We're on 100 and 101K. We have this huge volume node coming in as resistance that's coming in confluence with this, I don't know if that's a blue or green line, or this blue or green area bar here. So this is also coming. There's 3 areas of confluence that I'm looking at, 3 massive areas of resistance that we're looking at to break back above. Once we can get back above here, take out this high here, this is what we want to do, then I'll be a little bit more inclined to be very bullish. I'm always bullish for the most part, but to get very bullish, I want to take out this high here. I don't want to just stay below this downward sloping trend line. We have a high, a lower high, a lower high, and we don't want this to be another lower high just to make, start to come back down to these areas. We don't have to just crash. It would be even worse for us to just keep moseying along and just keep going down here slowly but surely. We don't want to do that. We want to break above here, hold that as support, break above here, hold that as support. Like I said, once we break that, now we can start to get a lot more bullish. With the altcoins have massively ran, especially the ones that were announced today. But a lot of them can retrace if Bitcoin starts to crash again. If we see Bitcoin coming back down right now, we are getting a small little retracement. But it's to be expected. We went up about 8,000 today. This was a God candle. If you've never seen a God candle in Bitcoin, this is a God. I don't like to call it a God candle, but that's what people call it. So this was one of those candles today. Once we got that news coming out So we'll keep our eyes out on this resistance level. We'll keep our eyes out on Bitcoin, and we'll use Bitcoin as our North Star. A lot of Bitcoin maximalists were going crazy today, especially at first because he just announced XRP, Cardano, and Solana. But then, of course, he mentioned Ethereum and Bitcoin, but they're still mad. They're still mad. But we're preaching over here in the Cool Kids community. We're preaching life-changing wealth. We're preaching life-changing freedom. It don't have to be $100 million, but we are teaching or preaching trying to get wealth the fastest way possible. We have to be in these altcoins, but this is where we do our due diligence and our homework, and we we come to the mound ready to bat, ready to hit these base hits. We don't have to hit home runs every play, but we definitely want to make contact, so to say, if this was baseball. You know what I mean? So right now Bitcoin is coming back up a little bit. We're at 93K. Let's talk about Bitcoin dominance, really, because this is something that we've been watching for a while as well. We're back in this range that we started from the FTX collapse back in November of around 2022. I think that was, around November, December 2022. So we just been in this range going up, this massive uptrend going up. We lost it here. So everybody thought altcoin season was coming around this time. Didn't happen, just a deviation. Came back, hit our head. None of my charts have changed. All of these charts has been the same charts that we've been looking at over the past year, basically. So we came, hit our head on the top of this range, the top of this this channel, and now we're coming down to the bottom of the channel, coming in at about 60% for Bitcoin dominance. So what I want to see, honestly, I want to see Bitcoin dominance go up a little bit. I don't care about altcoins going too crazy yet. I want to see Bitcoin dominance actually, keep going up. But I also want to see, I don't want Bitcoin dominance to go up while Bitcoin goes down. I want Bitcoin dominance to go up while Bitcoin goes up. So once we can get back above that 100, 106, then we get past that all-time high at 109. I just want us to keep going up, possibly start hitting our head anywhere, between here. So it'll probably look something more like this, getting up possibly to about 67, 68%, then start to roll over with the strong market, with the strong narrative. If we can get something like that, then start to get some type of rollover, then we can see or have some type of massive altcoin season, potentially getting back into the the mid 50s or the high 40s. I don't know if it's going to happen. Bitcoin has been very, very strong against altcoins, but it's happened every cycle. So I'm just going to go with history and say this is going to happen at some point where Bitcoin goes up and then rolls over and then altcoins go crazy. Not all of them, because we have so many, but definitely a better altcoin season than we've had in the past few months. A lot of coins have been doing good, but for the most part, I don't really see like that. I didn't see that massive altcoin season. And then that, when we had, I know all coins aren't going to pump, but when we had multiple sectors, multiple narratives, multiple coins going up at once. So that's what I'm looking at, as opposed to just one sector, one narrative, or one coin going up, one altcoin going up. When Bitcoin dominance rolls over. So let's look at the total market cap. Is coming back in over 3 trillion. We came down to about 2.55, quickly regained that 3 trillion. This is a very, very big number, that $3 trillion market cap for the total market cap of all cryptos. Total 2, this is everything excluding Bitcoin. We got up to a peak, almost hit our my target at 1.7 trillion. We got up to about 1.65. If you've been watching for a while, you see we made this back in the end of 2024. So we did get up to, like I said, about 1.65, came all the way back down to 1 trillion. Now we're sitting at about 1.2 trillion. So we'll continue to monitor that. Total 3, everything excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, also came down to about 741 billion right now. We're testing 904 billion, trying to get back above that $1 trillion mark. And then others, this is all the total market cap, excluding the top 10 cryptos. This is one that I've really been watching, and I really wanted to get. My target was coming up here at about 500 billion. We got up to about 450 almost. Almost 450. So we didn't quite reach my target of this bull flag, but we did have a nice rally all the way up here. Right, we retraced all the way back to the scene of the crime, so to say, when it comes to this others. So we have some we have some support coming here. So we want to see either this just continues to consolidate for a minute while Bitcoin gains some strength, and then possibly start going up as once Bitcoin goes up and then starts to roll over, like that scenario we talked about for Bitcoin, getting past all-time highs, hopefully, past 110, 120, 130. Who knows how high we can go, but hopefully we can get some sort of action in the altcoins once that does happen. So we'll also be keeping our eye out on others. When it comes to altcoins, before we get out of here, let's just look at the quick altcoins that had those announcements today. So we had ADA. ADA is up to $1.05. So we got back above this 99 cent to $1 mark. So we just want to continue to hold this, even if we come back down to around this 90, 95 to $1 area mark. We want to hold this, because if we just lose this, then we're just going to probably retrace this whole move. But we got to watch Bitcoin. So we really want to hold this red bar here, coming in at about 95 cent to $1 for ADA. It was a huge emotional move. At one point, I think we were up 80%. Right now, it looks like we're probably up about maybe 50 or 60%. So still good, man. It's still good for ADA. So shout out to all the ADA people out there. And I even seen Charles Hoskinson give credit to XRP today. So, man, that's good to see. Something that I thought I would never see. I thought it was always going to be beef between ADA and XRP. So that is good to see. Solana, everybody calls Solana dead. Solana does not have a lot of things going on without the meme coins when it comes to like volume. So we'll see if this move can continue to play out. Really want to get back above this $190 area. We do have something coming in about 180 as well. So we did get up there. We got up to about 192. No, we got up to about let's go on a daily. I can get a little bit more. So we got up to 180, got rejected. Right now we're sitting at 172. So we do have to get back above that 180. Once we can get back above that 180, 190, then we can start talking about getting back to those high 200s again, because this is where the majority of, if you look at it, this is where, once we get above like 205, this is where the majority of the the volume and the resistance will be coming in. So once we can get back above there, we have something around 215, 240, but other than that, we don't have too much above us to act as a ceiling for Solana. So we'll be monitoring Solana as well. And then lastly, let's talk about XRP. XRP is sitting at 280. We had that huge move from about 193 all the way up to about 301. Right now we're sitting at 280. So XRP is going to do well. We don't even have to jump into XRP. XRP is going to do good. XRP is probably, besides Bitcoin, I think this is the one that's probably a shoe fit to really do well now and in the immediate short term and in the long term. Like, even if you don't like XRP, if you think it's a centralized coin, whatever you think about it, this has stood the test of times. It's going to continue to stand the test of times, and it has a huge catalyst now. And you have the person who created it being very friendly with the administration. So I think this is going to be a good next 3-4 years for XRP and beyond, man. Beyond, you can't deny the fact everybody says Bitcoin only. I mean, XRP has been out since 2012, 2013, 14, somewhere around there. So how can you say, it's a coin when it's stood the test of times this long? It's over a decade old. So you can't omit the fact that XRP has stood the test of times and probably will stand the test of times and probably will do very, very well. Will it outperform Bitcoin? Maybe in the short term or in the long run, but who knows? Who knows, man? I think XRP has a huge upside. Even where it's at right now, we wanted to get in under $1.75, under $1.80. We were looking to come back under here. If the market would have remained very bearish, we would have got in somewhere between really around 150 to 175. That was our area that we wanted to buy some more, accumulate a little bit more XRP. We didn't get down there. So now we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see what happens. But, we can trade it all day. It's always a trade in any of these coins. But when it comes to just buying spot and holding, we really wanted to get in down here. But now we'll see what happens when it comes to XRP. But like we said, XRP standing the test of times. We think XRP will be well beyond $2.82. So I don't really have a huge a number that I think you should buy XRP at, because it depends on your time frame. So I think XRP is going to go $5, $6, $7, $8, $10 eventually. So it just depends. I think, this will be a good entry in the grand scheme of things. But this is not financial advice. I just tell you what I'm doing. I've been holding XRP since 48 cent. I think my average entry is like 0.4962 or something like that last time I checked. So a little under 50 cent. We did sell 1/3 of the bag right before it pumped. I'm still kicking myself for it, but we had some other plays that we got into that did okay. So it's not, too bad. But when it comes to these other coins, we are getting a small little sell-off now. I mean, yesterday we had huge run up. A lot of these coins were up 10, 15, 20%. So now we're getting a nice little, small little retracement of about 3 to 5% in most coins. So we'll continue to watch this. We'll continue to see what's going to happen in the market this week. Hopefully we don't retrace this whole move. But I did want to talk about this. We did see something talking about, oh man, I'm logged out. I'm logged out of my X, and I don't know my password. So I'll show you on my phone. This is what I was looking at. So shout out to Tom Crown. He actually put me up on this, or he posted this not too long ago. He says that the biggest Bitcoin CME in history. It was a $10,000 price gap from Friday. So I don't know if you guys can see that. So the CME gap is coming in at around 84, 85K. So a lot of times these CME gaps get filled. So we'll see how the beginning of this week plays out. If we get some type of retracement back down, hopefully we don't go back down to 85, 84K. But we did have a gap fill, from Friday, where we started at 85, then we went up to 90, or we got up to 95 almost. So we'll see if we have to fill that gap coming in this week. Hopefully not. A lot of times they get filled, but hopefully not. So we'll see, man. So just a quick rundown, quick recap of the weekend, man. The week has been a crazy week in crypto, man. Congratulations if you held it down. You didn't get too up. You didn't get too down. That's why we call ourselves the cool kids, man. We keep it very, very unemotional, as much as we can. But we just try to be, like I said, unemotional, because that's when you can make the best decisions. And if you want to go, if you want to come over here and make sure, as the markets are going up or down, this is where you can come over here and get a sane, cool point of view in order to make some good decisions, man. So that's what I pride myself on, and that's what we'll continue to do throughout the bull market, the bear market, whatever market it is. We'll be here for you guys. So make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. We're approaching 2K subs, so help me get there, and I'll talk to everybody in a minute. Peace.